Ho ho ho! How about this? How about the new chess set? Welcome once again. If you are new here, you can consider subscribing and liking the video. Today we got a new set to do unboxing of. Here we got the French Lardy replica. So there is a thing which is called in the chess community a peculiar case of the French Lardy. I fully made it up right now. So the peculiar case is that all of the major companies which make chess pieces are, in my opinion, failing to deliver a nice, decent replica of the French Lardy design. Since the original Lardy, made in France, is not being produced anymore, as far as I know, I came up with an idea to improve some of these Lardy reproductions. I had some conversation with Royal Chess Mall, so we discussed about the best designs of the French Lardy. Now I'm going to show you some of the best designs. So this is the one I suggested to do a replica of, and I also made some drawings with some dimensions to help them with this improvement of this French Lardy design. But in the end, the decision was to make a replica of this particular set. And now we're gonna see how successful it was. So now is the part when it's gonna get ugly, a little bit violent. But sometimes the life is very violent for you. You have to equip yourself with a knife. Hopefully that knife would be sharp, unlike this one. I used to have a better knife for this, but it was used in a lunch today and it is not washed. It is not clean at the moment. So the fastest way was to pick another knife. Wow, I'm getting better and better in this. Royal Chess Mall card, looking nice. And the main star of the event, the pieces. Ha ha ha. One army and the other army. To proceed main event, it is mandatory to change the camera view. I really hope the light is good. Alright, we're gonna start with the light pieces. The pawn. Looking nice. Second one. Simple pawns. So far so good. This is the easy part for the company. So notice how the head of the pawn is not completely rounded. It has a little bit of a squarish design at the top. They made it purposely like that. And of course, this bottom of the piece, of the base, it is not rounded as much as some, for example, championship design. It is a little bit thinner, a little bit sharper. That's the case also with the rest of the set, you will see for sure. I hope that the shadows are our partner in this video. One more. No, it's over here. Sneaky little one. Hide and seek, but he will not win. Look at the grain of the box with this one. It has a flavor to the story of this set. Alright, proceeding with the bigger pieces. I'm not sure which one is this. Oh my, it's a rook. It is a rook. Ho ho. Nicely done. It is a simple, very simple rook with the 4 cuts. Everything is in a proportion of the normal with this piece, with this rook, I would say. Proceeding. Oh, very nice, very elegant. The man itself, the bishop. Very sleek looking. I really like this design. I believe it is very accurate if you compare it with the reference photo from the first part of the video. It's looking good. This is looking good, if you ask me. Let's see the cut. Pretty happy with this bishop. This is one sleek and slim bishop. We're gonna see the weight in a moment. No, this is the knight. I have to wait with the knight again. No, not so fast. Not so fast. That's the whole point of this set. How well can they reproduce the knight? Another rook. I believe it's fine. What do you say? I believe it's looking good. This must be bishop brother or sister. Cannot tell for sure. But they look like a twins. Pretty nice. Here comes the big mama. Alrighty. Alrighty. So again, look at this bottom of the piece. It's not that round. We're gonna compare it with the championship design. You will see that the difference. And the most important thing, it is the height of this queen. When you compare it to the king, you will see they are similar size. I talked about that with the royal chess mall, that the queen should be as big as the king, excluded the cross. Just the body of the piece should be the same size as the king. So I believe we're gonna see that in a moment. And I believe it is for sure an upgrade from the previous replica of the French Lardy, because the queen is for sure bigger. Her sister. They get along pretty well. They had a happy childhood, they say. Yes, this is what I like. It looks good. It looks pretty good. This is the design of the crown. The one thing about this crown, which I like, it is sturdiness. So it's not fragile. If you drop this piece and it drops like this, it will not break. Nothing will break. It's not pointy. It's not sharp. It is just very sturdy, very working horse set. And now the boss. Oh yeah. The one thing I like about this, I can immediately tell. top part. You can see it is pretty much French looking. And this I was talking about. That is one thing I was mentioning to them to be careful about. Not only in their previous version, but replicas from all the major companies I follow at some way. The queen is not as high as a king. It's like this, but this is the way it should be reproduced, if you ask me. This is nicely rounded. These rings are elegant and thin, and the bottom is again a little bit pointy, which is accurate to the original. I believe it is one big step forward in comparing to the previous design. It has a French flavor when you look at this. Now let's see the main star of the event. It is the knight. Ho ho! What do you say? I believe it's much better than the previous version. I believe this is far more closer to the original, and the base, it is also following the original height of the base. We get the French flavor more than we got it from the previous design, I believe. What do you say? How satisfied are you with this? Look at the ears. Let's do the other one. His horsey brother. Again, they look quite the same. What do you say? Put your comments down below. Now we're gonna see the dark pieces. Wow, what is wow? The color. I don't know if you can see it correctly, but this is like a dark brown stain. I never had this version of the color. It looks pretty nice. Oh, I know. The third child. All right. Look at this body. The next one. Let's do the queen. Let's compare those two. What do you say? I believe it's looking good. The rook. Nice brown stain. It is, I believe, walnut stain. Yeah, this is the angle you can see the color. Pretty interesting color. Oh yeah, we know this guy. Sharpshooter. I like this guy. The rook. You can see the color. Happy with this one? The second queen. Cuts are very clean. Let's see how does she get along with the king. She gets along pretty well. Oh, this is a nice angle. Why didn't you tell me before? It has that vintage patina of the color. Yeah. Because, for example, at the edge of the head of the king, it's a little bit, like tiny bit lighter, and some other parts are a little bit darker. So it is a color game over here. I like it. And these two bodies for the end. What do you say? I believe it is a step forward for sure in a replica design of this particular set. It is a French flavor for sure. He's staring at me. What a rude boy. Let's see. Is this more polite? This one is even angrier. Yeah, very angry French looking knight. Ears. Look from the top. Base. Overall, I like it. Now we have to do comparison with the championship design. Alright, here's my championship design you have seen earlier. And first thing we're gonna compare is the color of the natural shisham. It is an Indian wood. This is natural color of the wood, and this is stained walnut. What do you prefer more? This one seems a little bit more polished surface. Maybe I even prefer this one. Let's compare the kings. You see, maybe this set was the same white flavor color a few years ago, but during the time it got a little bit yellowish patina. So maybe this one will also turn into that color, but these are some of color variations at the moment. It is different approach of the cross. This part is more rounded and these rings are more refined, thinner. You can see how fat and rounded this base is, and the new one is just different, it is thinner. Let's compare the rooks. Now you can see the color difference pretty well. What about the base? It's a little bit wider, the new one. I will put dimensions on the screen right now of the new set. So the top part is wider on the new set, on new French Lardy, compared to the championship design. Oh, pretty different. This one is much more elegant, much more sleeker. This is a little bit thicker, chunkier, with a little bit thinner cut. And from the above, they look like this. What do you say? Which one do you prefer? Much bigger head on the championship design. I prefer this elegance over this chunkiness, but they both have their own approach for the beauty. Approximately the same height. The base is a little bit wider on the French Lardy, and the thickness of the body is definitely on the championship design. What do you say? Comparison of the weight of these pieces. French Lardy for the pawn 18, for the championship design 20. Rook Lardy 33, 36 for the championship, 35, 42, 31, 37, 55, 54, interesting, 66, 59. So interesting. So the queen and the king of the Lardy set are heavier than the king and the queen from the championship design, and the rest of the pieces are heavier from the championship design. Alright, this is how it looks like on a bigger board. This one is 2.25 per square. So, in my opinion, this could work, but the ideal and recommended for this is a little bit smaller. Is a little bit smaller size chessboard. We're gonna put it in a moment, but this is how it looks like on a bigger one. Maybe you prefer it like this, maybe you like to have more room. So once again, this board was a 58 millimeters or 2.28, and this is the set on the smaller board. This is something we could consider recommended board size for this set. So the square size is 55 millimeter, 2.16 inches. So the final words of this set would be that I'm pretty happy with this set. I believe it is a big step forward in achieving a decent Lardy replica. Especially I like the dark pieces color. If you want to buy these pieces, the link would be in the description below. Tell me what do you think about these pieces, and see you in the next one.